Yes, sir, baby.
You already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? They said we was gonna be back, and we always do it this time. It's your boy Rico. You know what I'm saying? AKA New Era Capo. And you know who I got with me right here? Introduce yourself, Quizzy.
It's your other boy, Rico. I Rico Two West. You feel me? The new Instagram. Come follow us. If you ain't touched down with us yet, come tap in with us.
What are you doing if you haven't? Hey, we got a special guest with us. You know what I'm saying? We got the man himself, Vic3, aka I'm your host, Vic3. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be bringing him on. But first things first, you already know what we got to do right now. Drop it.
Hey yo, Pop.
Hey, Papi.
Hey, Papi.
Hey, yo, Papi. What's poppin', B?
Hey, Papi. Hey, Papi.
Hey, Papi.
Hey, Papi.
Papi. Que pasa, mi primo?
Hey Poppy, episode 12. Eagles have done it. First place, but first things first. Let's bring the man, the myth, the legend through, because I hear him knocking.
Oh, come on in.
Come on in, my boy. Come on in. Stop knocking. You know what I'm saying? We got the man with us right here. Let's holler at Vic, bro. Vic, what's going on, man?
What's good? What's good?
How
¿Qué
you
lo que
doing,
es?
bro? Let's get it, yo. We got Oscar and feature. Hello, what's going on? You already know how we do. We got the live chat popping. But first things first, man. You know, like I said, we got Vic in the building. Vic, man, been a minute. You know what I'm saying? Beginning of the season, we were rapping with you. Was it the beginning of the season or was it before? Was it were we talking right before the season or like right when the season first started? I can't
I
remember.
want to say it's probably like week 3 in that area.
Yeah, yeah.
It was early
That does,
on.
yeah. So what you been up to since week 3? You know what I'm saying? The season is definitely it went. I know we had a lot of predictions, but
Yeah,
the
we did.
season definitely went on a whole different trajectory. I think that any of us could have probably predicted.
Oh heck yeah! Listen, this season was unprecedented. A lot of people, especially myself, were looking for improvement from Jalen Hurts. He went far and beyond what we all could have expected. We're talking about an MVP caliber season, but this season in whole, man, it's been pleasant surprises. We got multiple 1,000-yard receivers. We have 1,000-yard back. We have, like I said
Ooh,
before, an MVP caliber quarterback. A lot of good things happening this season.
talk that shit.
Oh,
Oh, and how can I forget? Let me, and this is something I apologize. The
no,
big guys
you
in front need
good.
love
Go
too.
ahead, bro. This is why we here.
Lane Johnson, 2
Oh,
consecutive seasons without giving up a sack.
fact.
Jason Kelsey, the captain, captain, full season without giving up a sack. Then you got Dickerson out here, one of the highest rated linemen in the league. This offensive line is ridiculous. And I got to show love to the defensive line, creating the most sacks without blitzing. This team
Oh,
all around has surprised us. I'm
fuck
hoping we can go further, but let's start this show because it's enough about me.
Hey, man. Bro, you came out swinging, and I love it, bro. I love it. That's how us Eagles fans. We got a lot of passion about us, and right there, everything you just mentioned, bro, all off top, bro. It's come on, bro. Like you hit it all on the head. I don't even know like how I wanted to get into something else real quick, and I damn near feel like I can't. But I do. We do want to do a little icebreaker. You know what I'm saying? I came across something funny today, and you know what I'm saying? I wanted to get you guys' comments on it. It's loading up right now.
yeah.
It's pretty funny. But I mean, bro, like I just said, you hit it all on the head, and I don't even know how we could like, man, bro, like we couldn't have played it any better in our heads, right?
Nah.
Oh yeah, the way everything played out, especially, and you got to give big credit to Howie Roseman. My guy put this team together. He made the moves during the season, made great trades. AJ Brown, probably one of the best trades we've made. We got CJ out there doing his thing. Like, there's a lot of things that Howie did to
Probably one of the that was a great pickup in the
Oh, I
midseason.
mean,
Kaiser White.
I'm happy you
Ball
definitely
hawk,
said
ball
that.
hawk. That boy's a ball hawk.
My guy James Bradbury, like he brought in talent. But I will say this though, and I know we're all on this high. We're riding, that first seed. We have to think about what happens next season.
Ooh.
Because this
Definitely.
offseason, there
Definitely.
is a lot of moves that people will not like being made. There will be a
So
lot of names that you will not see on this team anymore.
there
You're,
will be.
you're no, and that's definitely like going to be a big talking point. I think a lot of us are gonna have to definitely kind of bite the bullet on, like, and it sucks, but it is the truth, man. But
Yeah.
I mean, that's the business, though, and then, like you just said, the man that's gonna have to be responsible for that is the man up top, Howie Roseman himself.
Yeah, he is.
So
He wants
that's
to make
yeah, mine's not. Let me see here.
Oh, Howie definitely GM of the year. There's no question.
definitely
But it's not
GM of the year.
It's not letting me load these. It's not letting me load these two clips up. I guess they're too big. Let me
Brandon
do the chat real
Graham,
quick, and then
comeback player of the year.
So he said, let's see. Hello, what's going on?
What's good?
OSFT. Hey, Andrew, appreciate you, man. TBS,
Shout out
let's
to
go,
my
Birds.
Let's go.
Appreciate the love. Cozy. Hey,
Let's go.
we got some good news about the man Cozy. Y'all gonna be hearing about it real soon. But hey,
That's
best
our guy.
regular
That's our
season
guy.
Eagles team of all time. Absolutely. 14 wins. I mean, I know we got an extra game in there, but it is true. You know what I'm saying? Can't say best year because we ain't had the ring yet.
Big fact.
That's regular season
Big
performance,
fact.
but hey,
But I will say this: it was
Yeah,
a good season. A lot of people, like I told Twizzy last time, he thought I was tripping when I was thinking 12 wins, and look at us now. We got 14 wins.
You're right, bro. You're right. I mean, because it was a lot to kind of like be like, yeah, definitely. But I mean,
You know what it really locked in for me? I was just like, look, this is a make it or break it year. Now, we done brought 2 great wide receivers for Jalen. We never did that for Carson.
No,
you know what I
we
mean?
never.
At the end of the day, we brought everything to Jalen. So if you don't produce now, you gotta go. Because you know how us Philly fans are, bro. If you bring us everything and you can't produce, you gotta go.
You got to get up out of here. Hey, that's
Get out of here,
bro. Well, look, I couldn't load these videos up. One I can play off of my phone. The other one I can't, just because licensing. But I do have an image of things. So this is just our little icebreaker to get everything going. You know what I'm saying? But I came across this online today, and I cannot get it out of my head. It's the funniest thing because now that I keep thinking about it, and it's just funny. So I'll pull the clip up right here. So in this video we had Alicia Keys, you know what I'm saying, talking to my man Mos Def, and my man Mos Def literally sat here and ordered up a fish soul food plate with some hot cocoa. Bro, what? Your stomach is gonna be ruined. And why was Alicia Keys so thirsty in that video?
First and foremost, you taking a shit right after. What's going on? He wilding, boy. He wilding.
Bro. You out here tirando feo all day.
Bro, you could be walking around with that. You know that feeling like that
that bubble guts.
Yeah, your stomach is gonna be turning all day with the BGs, bro. Like that's wild. And then the fact that she called, like, wait, did they ever say in the video how she got his number?
Nah, I think she asked for it when she gives him the bill, don't she?
Does she? That's yo. Alicia was mad thirsty in that video, bro.
Ain't that the "You Don't Know My Name" video, right?
You don't know my
yeah. I think she slides the she slides the receipt with the number, and that's when they had that little talking section.
Yo, she said, and this is the thing. It wasn't a one day thing. She said you always order the special with the hot cocoa, and I always put a little extra cocoa in there, even though my boss be tripping. Like what? This you telling?
No.
Yo, that shit. Like, there's a lot of things that happened in the early 2000s that we kind of like were rocking, and that's one of those things. It's like that should the internet is undefeated. It will always come for you.
Hey, but you know that's love if she's trying to holler at a dude with irritable bowel syndrome.
Hey,
bro, drinking a hot cocoa.
I think that's a little deeper than love, but you know.
Yo,
that's a real one.
That's a real one. Yo, keep that one.
Talk about some. Ooh, you don't know my. Nah, you don't want to know who's gonna be in a minute,
right?
Who's gonna use that shit? Real shit.
For facts, for sure. You know, I like a little something funny just to get us going. You know, like. But hey, but the chat is already booming. We appreciate y'all. Gutierrez, he said, Howie, GM of the year. Mm-hmm. Talk about it, baby. Talk about it.
Yeah, hey, I believe that, bro.
Well, go ahead. Go ahead and say, Twizzy.
Yeah, I believe that. He is, bro. He did some amazing shit. And you're right, Cozy. I think, personally, in my opinion, we re-signed Slay.
Yep.
We signed CJ, and you know if we gotta let Bradbury walk, we let Bradbury walk. We still got Avante.
Y'all not gonna like what I gotta say about that. I'm gonna talk about it in a minute. Cox, Quinn, Kelsey, Siamalu, Dillard, Pascal, Minshew are all gone next year.
I think Cox may be retired. Kelsey
well,
retire.
everybody.
But who's gonna get mad at Siamalu leaving? Like, or Dillard, specifically Dillard. Siamalu, he's been all right, but Dillard, I don't think there's gonna be anyone that's upset with that one.
I don't think anyone's going to be upset with Dillard leaving, but I think the issue is we should have got something for Dillard. If Dillard leaves and we don't get anything more than a compensatory pick, unless it's like a second round comp pick or what I'm saying, like a high third, I'm gonna be very upset. I mean, we drafted him in the first round, and I mean, it seemed like he was. I mean, the interest seemed like it was there at some point. People were calling, so it'll be interesting to see if he does leave without anything besides the comp pick, but I don't know.
No,
this deal is actually done, right? It's not even like.
All right.
Yeah, he's done. They're not trying to give him any. They ain't trying to put no tag on him. But they were trying to move him had it not been for his injury. If he didn't get injured, they would have moved him. He would have got something for him.
They were trying to move him last year, correct?
Yeah, he would have gotten something for him.
His leg got messed up. And
that's what it was. He did get injured.
Yeah,
he drops his business card in the fishbowl. Yeah, that's what it was. He did. Yeah.
Most definitely smooth as hell.
Okay.
He did drop his big. Yo, Cozy, shout out Cozy. This is for you, my boy.
Shout out to Cozy.
Nasty work, Alicia. Last nasty work.
So what do you think? Hey, so what do you think? We re-sign Booby or we let Booby walk?
Booby? Nah, man, he gotta go.
It's not even that. Like, it's been said before, man.
Everybody said it. William said it. She took it from the fish bar.
Will's back.
Now to add some water. Yeah, the manager said to make it with water, but she be making it with the cream or the milk. Nasty. Business card in the fishbowl near the register for people who used to drop cards, and she picked it up and called him. So wait, if your waitress takes your business card out of the fishbowl, just in another world, if you guys are both single, are you cool with that?
That's a little thirsty. I don't know.
That's
a little thirsty.
That's a lot of thirsty. That's a lot of thirsty.
If she looks like Alicia, like
but
it's Alicia though. Like it's not a random. It's not. Y'all,
I ain't got the cash.
Nah, I mean, bro, this is the thing. If you have a great team, you're never gonna have enough cash to sign everybody. I mean, that's just what it is, bro. I mean, we talking. Not gonna lie, y'all made the best moves this year. I think this. So right before the stream came on, you know what I'm saying, Vix, and then he kind of touched on it a little bit. I mean, Howie, GM of the year. We weren't really expecting this early on, but as soon as you kind of get a sniff of this team is making a little magic or this team's got great chemistry, I mean, Howie had the wherewithal to like keep making moves, and then there had to be something that they saw with Jalen on the off season though. Like
they had to see something, bro, to really be locked in to be like, all right, that's the guy. Because look, hey, because just like I know, we were all doubtful coming into this year because of last year's arm. How many throws he missed to Devontae?
Well, because I'm gonna clear this chat real quick, and then I'm gonna play this video clip because I want to get it right into the Jalen discussions. He just said Slay not a free agent, and I believe that's not till 2024. I'm at a point. My take on that is I feel like we should go ahead and be looking to sign Bradbury right now as a long-term piece. Maybe Slay's deal next year. Maybe he's not worth the re-sign because, I mean,
he did fuck up last play.
He did fuck up
last play.
Oh, but Slay's been locked down this season.
Yeah,
Come on, man. Look at the job he did on Justin Jefferson.
Bradbury has been too.
He made Justin Jefferson an afterthought.
Oh no, he definitely did.
He did.
But I'm just saying, I would like if it comes down to it, if you could sign Bradbury and CJ DJ.
Oh, yes, we have Sanders might be gone. We know that.
Yeah,
but if we can go get
Josh Jacobs for cheap, maybe Edwards for cheap.
Just throwing it out there. If we can go get Josh Jacobs.
Hey,
you also have to think about the fact that we also have to
hey, my brother team, bro.
He said y'all twins with the Lakers at. Hey, this is a Lower Marion Kobe hat, just so you guys know. You know what I'm saying?
Just you know.
She stalked my man with a horrible diet and bad fashion and a patchy beard. Yo, man, he's not the patchy beard.
Wow.
Jordan always appreciate my ticket for the. Hey, Jordan, man, I'm telling you, man, you be at all the games, bro. You be out there tailgating. Bradbury let up a big touchdown too. Didn't he have a big head? I mean, cornerback is going to have that happen. But Vic is right. Slay has been locked down.
Yeah, he is.
TK too. Now, he has been very locked down. He's been very locked down all season. I can't go ahead and deny that. However, my man's look, bro, we all know the story. You know what I'm saying? When they say when these CBs get close to 30 or they hit 30, usually that cliff is right over the hill. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I used to be very emotional about these things and saying we got to keep guys, you know, but now that I'm I've seen our first Super Bowl and I see how he's moving in these streets, I'm not so emotional. Sometimes you got to let a guy go a year or two sooner instead of a year or two late. But let me play this video real quick because Cowboy fans, they're always going to be Cowboys fans at the end of the day. Make sure you guys, before I play this though, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see Timmy, sir.
Tap in with us.
Tap in. Make sure you're doing that. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you're following everybody, liking everybody. That includes Vic. You know what I'm saying? Vic, drop your socials real quick before I play this video.
Oh man, Twitter, I'm your host, Vic3. You can find me at YouTube. Just look up Vic3. I'm the only one out there. I'm the originator.
Absolutely, baby. Absolutely. All right, here. I want you guys to listen to this and hear this foolishness. Oh shit! What the hell? Hold on. Technical difficulties.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on.
That AJ Brown is just gonna come in and just flip the culture. They think that he's just gonna enact big change. I'm starting to look at AJ Brown. I started to watch some film, Will still. I just wanted to see, just in case I was bugging or something. I don't think AJ Brown is elite, right? And not only is AJ Brown not elite, when did Jalen Hurts turn into a guy? That's the one right there. When did Jalen Hurts turn into? Okay, so last year Jalen Hurts threw 16 touchdowns, 16 passing touchdowns.
Okay, 230-something.
16. I didn't misread it. 1-6. I looked up games played because I thought he got hurt or something. Did Jalen Hurts get hurt? Oh. 16 touchdowns and 9 interceptions.
Wow.
How many of them shits would have went to AJ Brown? And if AJ Brown was there, how many more do you think would have, he would have gotten if that was the case?
AJ Brown first and foremost, AJ Brown had 88.
Hold on, because he's still talking.
He's ready.
Terrence Steele was playing. Amari Cooper had 3 catches.
Because the worst egregious shit is at the end.
Something to like 10 at the halftime. They made us change the channel to a Green Bay game. Was whooping their ass so bad. All of a sudden, the addition of AJ Brown makes you 40 points better in a half. We called the dogs out, Will Steele. We called the dogs out at halftime. If the Cowboys wanted to smoke shot the Eagles 70-something to 10, we had a whole nother quarter to get 20 points. We could have done it. But we opted to be classy. But in that second game, we had our backups here. Our backups was in the second half of the first game. AJ Brown gonna shift culture for you like that.
Let us go ahead and just understand these Cowboys fans. They don't have the wherewithal that us Eagles fans do. So obviously that was a preseason take. You know what I'm saying, when the AJ news first broke. Vic is our guest. I'm gonna let you go ahead and. What are your thoughts on these Cowboys? You know what I'm saying? These Cowboys fans are so funny. I see y'all in the chat, man. I see y'all in the chat.
I know they're talking already.
Oh, heck yeah. Well, first, I'm going to have to call Cap because my mind said that he watched tape. No, you didn't.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't
watch no film at all because you would have seen that Jalen Hurts last year, yeah, it was a little rocky, but you saw a lot of steady progression out of the kid.
Yep.
Especially for the first half of the season to the second half. So that's where we know he's a little wrong. Second of all, in reference to AJ Brown, yeah, I think they use the word elite to try to use it as being the best. Elite is very out there. There are a lot of players that have elite skills, but there's very few that are elite. Can AJ Brown be elite? Yeah, he can be. Is he right now? I'm going to say elite, but I'm going to say AJ Brown is top 5. Again, I'm not going to say elite because, again, that's just something they throw around there to say the best, and that's another term for it. That way, when you do call someone elite, that's the first thing they attack. Oh, there's it. Listen, I'm saying AJ Brown is a top 5 wide receiver. Did he make a difference? Hell yeah. But you know who else made a difference? Devontae in his second season. In his second season in the system. That made a big difference. Also, Dallas got him. Although he wasn't here much, that made a big difference. And one name that hasn't been said yet, and it was mentioned earlier, Miles Sanders. And his production this year made a huge difference. So if my guy's talking about he's watching tape, I would suggest you go back and watch some more. Because whatever you were watching wasn't right. I don't know if you got snow on your TV. I don't know if you only get like 10-minute clips, if you're only watching highlights. I'm gonna say this. This is what we say at ECG. Watch the film, not the highlights.
Bro, it's such an egregious take. Twizzy, what are your thoughts? Because it is big dope smoking over in Cowboys land. If that was a remote take, right? Like, come on.
Everybody knows how I feel about them Cowgirls. They hear it every day from me. So, I mean, first and foremost, all I have to say is 88 receptions from Mr. AJ Brown, tied. You know what I mean? So if you was watching film, you know, maybe he wouldn't have caught 88. Still hit 1,400 yards, broke one of the best wide receivers in Eagles history, Mike Quick. If you don't know, now you know he broke that record. Just saying, you know, he had a great year, you know, and it was his first year at that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I mean, bro, it's such a the thing. It's not even about like, all right, I can get it. You know, you want to have it's a rivalry. You want to try to talk a little bit, but it's like, bro, the take was just so bad because it's like, bro, it's like Vic said. Do you even watch football? What highlights were you watching, bro? Like,
because even in Tennessee, he was still beasting with the catches.
Yeah,
bro.
like if you saw, like the thing that I was so hopeful for AJ coming to the Eagles, and it showed immediately. Even if Hurts didn't take a massive step forward, you were at least getting him a guy that was going to go ahead and give him a lot of help in the production side of things at a smaller, a smaller part of the field. So you saw he gets a lot of yak. The guy makes big plays when it's like he might have coverage. Now the fact that so you're just giving anything you give your quarterback any kind of weapon or help, it's going to be a net positive. The other part about it is it's like this dude was already playing with a quarterback that wasn't that accurate and wasn't that great because Tannehill's not one of them guys. When we talk about the top tier, the A gap,
1, 2, 3, he's like a 4.
The second tier. I say Jalen does sit in that second tier. I've said that a couple weeks now, and I feel like Tannehill's not even in that second tier. Tannehill's going to be sitting right in that 3 or 3D, like that last tier of guys where it's like he ain't in the top 15, you know. So if AJ had production with a guy like that, automatically coming to Philadelphia and playing with Jalen, who we did see flashes of what he could be last season, and obviously the college career also speaks for it. He was going to have a lot of production, and it showed up all season immediately.
Yeah, he bought it.
But it's just such a cold take. I couldn't. When I heard that, I was like, "This is egregious, bro."
That's just crazy, bro. It's crazy
I
to
don't
just
understand this. I don't get how Cowboys fans can talk about any other players but their own. For the past 20, we'll go 27 years. I'll go that far. I was going to go 21. I'm going to go 27. No Super Bowl appearances. I believe 2 playoff appearances. About 2 division championships. That's it. In almost 3 decades, you have amounted to nothing. And then if we're going to talk about quarterback, let's talk about how much talent Dak Prescott has been given over the years, over his time. And what has he done? 6 seasons? 2nd playoff appearance. Yeah, my guy. If you're gonna watch tape on Dallas.
Oh, man, it's so bad. These fucking clowns. Hey, Jordan, Jordan don't like the Cowboys fans talking. Cowboys fans wake up thinking about the Eagles fans. Hey, bro.
Definitely.
My Twitter be going crazy. I'll be waking up like, wait, what? Fuck the Cowboys ain't shit. Hey, shout out Cole's Cowboys in the building. I do want Cole because Cole's is one of these guys that at least he understands the game and he knows AJ Brown, the dog. I wanted him on the Cowboys. And any other team in the NFL, apparently aside from the Titans, would say the same thing.
300%.
And William Miller said, "Agree, 100%." Dude went off. Absolutely, bro. Every chance. AJ really changed the offense. Y'all don't make the trade. You guys don't take the division. And Jalen's running the RPO. I mean, look, and he said, "I'm a Cowboys fan."
I know you.
We know you are.
We know you are.
Dak needs to retire. Damn, the Dak.
God damn.
You got him going in on Dak now. Dak is a new Tony Romo. That's it. Ain't done shit.
Let
me just throw out one more stat for these Cowboys fans.
Man.
We're gonna take it back. We'll take it back to 21 years because you're old enough to drink, so you're old enough for this conversation. So in the past 21 years, how many 1 seeds have Dallas had? None. But in that time span, the Eagles have had 5. Again, division titles in that 21-year time span. How many did the Cowboys have?
6, 4, 3.
None. Eagles have 10 playoff appearances in that 21-year span. Cowboys, as I said before, measly 2. The Philadelphia Eagles, 14. Listen to those numbers, Cowboys fans. Think about them hard before you open your mouths.
Well, no, and just to make it, because I found this out last week, because then Coles was right too. But they did have one in 2016, that rookie year. That they were the 1 seed then. Other than that, they have not been. They pissed it away. That's when Green Bay took them out again. It's 27 years for them. But
it will be.
And I saw it definitely will be. And the thing that I saw, 1 seed in 2016 and got bounced first. Yeah, you won it as the 1 seed and got bounced your first game. Like, that's crazy. But did you win the Super Bowl last year?
No, did you?
Did they?
Did they?
In the past 30 years? Come on now.
Yeah, last season they won a division. We won, and then they got bounced the same weekend as us going in as a wild card.
Cowboys fans have to understand. I know you want to talk trash, but guess what? You ain't got the ammo for it. You never do. All you do is talk loud. That's pretty much it for a Cowboys fan. They try to talk louder. You have no stats because guess what? You haven't won much. So I don't know what stats you can bring to a conversation. Regular season? Your regular season champ? Is that what you want to be? Is that what you all hang your hat on? Because even then, we all know in December, you all falter. You can't play a game in December to save your lives.
Well, and then it's like I hear a lot of talk right now because everyone's saying like, oh, we stumbled into the first seed the last couple weeks, but it's like at the same time, it's like, bro, show me a team right now that's playing like on all cylinders, aside from San Francisco that's like out here killing it, and our quarterback was out, bro. Dak has looked like ass since he came back from the injury.
Oh, he's been looking like straight ass. As McCoy, do you have that clip? That boy ass.
Bro, yo, Dak got picked off 2 games. I mean, there was 2 pick sixes in each game. Come on, man.
Bro.
And look at the team that he's playing against.
And Sweat made a great play. I can't take it away from Sweat because he made a great play. But, bro, my boy just took that right out of Dak, like right out the air on Dak. Like he had he had nothing on that ball for Sweat to be able to just go ahead and do that. Like,
yeah.
So it's very nasty work right now. For Cowboy fans to be having Eagles in their mouth at all is absolutely an utter.
They just got to be worried about Mr. Tom Brady themselves. I already told Domi, I said, look.
I would be shook if I was a Cowboys fan knowing we have to go to Tampa right now.
You got to go to Tampa right now. Mr. Tom Brady, he's always locked in for the playoffs. So it's like.
You know who they got to be worried about? Mike Evans. Mike Evans is getting himself healthy. Mike Evans is getting that connection with Tom Brady. Stephon Diggs better not try to play those games because he's not going to get a pick off Mike Evans.
He been balling. He been balling lately too.
Well, you saw that. I mean, because we've been saying it as long as everybody. He said, "What's going?" He said, "Damn." He said,
15 picks in 12 games. Damn.
Birds of a feather flock together, just like Cowboys, y'all. Y'all the same. Remember the stats, bro. Y'all haven't even sniffed. The worst part about it is y'all haven't even sniffed the end. You haven't been in the divisional championship round. You haven't been in the conference championship in damn near 3 decades. Like that's sad, bro. Like not even a. You couldn't even get a game away from the Super Bowl, bro.
That's why I find it so crazy. Y'all, like we're talking about 3 decades, people, of nothingness, and you have the gall to try to say something. Man, listen, I got the Cowboys ranked as I do the Commanders. Y'all a basement team.
15 picks in 12 games.
15 picks, 12 games, tied for the lead. Sad.
And he was out for a 4 minute.
Like homie was saying, I saw the interceptions in the touchdown ratio. I thought he got hurt. I went back and checked it. Bro, I'm going to be looking at that stat like that.
It ain't been weird. It's regular Dak. Come on now.
Yeah, it's been a
it's regular.
Antoine Winfield interception to win the game. Oh, my God. I believe Dak will bounce back.
What another team?
So, like, and I'm not even trolling you right now. What about Dak makes you think that he's going to bounce back? Please put that in the chat because I would love to know where Cowboys fans really getting that because I mean, it's been a consistent thing all since he came back that he just looks bad, and it's like, did he never really recover? Because remember last year he had the shoulder thing, then the I mean, since he came back from the leg, then it was like the what was it, the shoulder or elbow, the throwing motion, then the elbow was the elbow. He had the elbow issue. Then he gets injured with something this season. It's like, bro, he just doesn't. I don't know. He's just having a lot of injuries. He looks weird, bro.
Cole, to answer your question, when you say Dak don't throw picks like that, yes, he does. He makes horrible decisions. That's his issue. You can't blame the team around him. You can't blame the coaching staff because he has a number one receiver, has not one but two good running backs, has a good tight end. We all know about the offensive line. So what else does Dak need? Does Dak need someone to actually throw the ball for him?
He said, "Link me up. Me and Vic need to talk."
Cole, I've shut you down this whole week. Stop it. It's not even worth it. And you know this. Check the tweets.
If we keep keeping it real, in my opinion, the best team for the Eagles to face are Niners, Cowboys, Vikings, Bucks, Giants, Seahawks. Bro, I mean, we can honestly, the only team that I feel like is gonna give us Cowgirls never beat Tom Brady ever. Never, ever. No, never, ever.
No.
Hey, but bro,
Cole, I know you out your mind because I come at you every day. Again, check the tweets. See who initiates the conversations. Yeah, everybody know. Listen, you can't fake the funk here, as a Cowboys fans does. Try to always fake it. Listen, fam, you know I come at you.
Cole, stick around. Once we get through a couple of the subjects, then I'll be able to shoot you a link if Vic has time. I'll bring you one up.
I want to hear what regular season stats he has to bring up.
Well, my whole thing about it is it does get kind of nasty when we're talking about him because it's like we said, bro. It's like they just what have you done lately for me, bro? Like Jerry, like rightfully so. Howie went out and did everything he needed to do this season to get all the help for Jalen to make sure the defense was looking good. That also helps your quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Because theoretically, you're not playing from behind a lot of the time. And the Eagles really haven't been behind in a lot of games this season, so that's been a huge help. But it's like Jerry, not for nothing, all the shit we talk about Jerry and that organization. I mean, bro, and granted, a lot of it is always real flashy. A lot of it is all, but they do go ahead and get CeeDee Lamb. And at the time, I know every Eagles fan was clamoring, and we wanted CeeDee at that time. Yep. I was one of them. I thought that would have been beautiful. Then we ended up walking out with the Jalen
Rager. Fucking trash.
Well, it hurt my heart. Like we had CeeDee Lamb dreams and ended up with Jalen Rager. That was.
But the coldest part, Minnesota right after us looked straight at us. Yep, Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, bro. Like, and that doesn't. That I know that was a big talking point before, but now when you really see who Justin Jefferson is on this field.
Oh yeah, that motherfucker.
But I mean, we get Devontae next year. But I mean, Jerry is gone and Zeke at the time. Zeke was the number. It was like you could see a guy getting a running back like that in the first round, even though Knox was used a lot in college. I mean, bro, he was a beast. Like it is what it is. He's gone and he had Amari. Why you let Amari Cooper go? What Cole says a lot about his.
Let him go for a bag of chips, bro.
Well, Coles did say that there was a lot of behind the scenes things that did happen. I'm sure a lot of Cowboys fans are more privy to stuff that we don't know. Just like there's little
they ain't privy to nothing. They just bring up excuses. That's all. Stop it. They ain't privy to nothing. They ain't got no passes to get them anything with the GM. They ain't got no inside information. They just make up excuses.
Cozy says he's afraid of the Cowboys. Niners and Cowboys are the hardest opponent for us to beat. Cozy, I have more respect for you than that, man. Stop it.
Stop it, Cozy.
Hey, Coles, I said I'm gonna definitely hit you. I'm gonna get you a link, but we got a couple subjects we're gonna get through.
Yeah, we got some subjects.
Then we'll see that link, my boy. Niners versus Eagles NFC Championship. No debate. I just want to have conversation, Vic. All that is lately, LOL.
I'm about to say, stop the cap, man. I just saved you yesterday from people hounding you. Come on, man.
I see that's on some other shit.
Well, let's start focusing on them. Let's focus on our guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so boom, obviously, number one, you know what I'm saying? Out of anybody, we locked up the NFC champ, you know what I'm saying? But then also conference championships, you know what I'm saying? Boom. And it was all on the back of our boy coming back, Mr. I'm back.
I'm back. So did you cop the shirt?
Bro, that Jordan shirt?
No. The Conquered the East.
Nah, I thought all right. So at risk of everyone killing me, I thought the Conquer the East shirt was corny as hell. I opted to go with the other one that just says 2022 NFC champs.
I see that one.
The non-Nike. So there was the Nike one and the
know what
non-Nike.
you're
I
talking
got the
about.
non-Nike one. I thought that was really clean. I'm really, as long as it has some type of date or a year on it, it's for me because I always like that kind of stuff. But the Conquer, the reason I don't like the Conquer one is because I know they just put it for all the division winners. So it's just like I hate that shit. But what is Jalen? What is Jalen? You got that one?
Yeah, I got that shit for me and YG.
Hey, I'm not mad at it. It's just not for me. I was like, I know because I made that decision when they stopped doing when they did the East is not enough and they started doing it for all the other
Oh
ones.
yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking
I'm
about.
not afraid of the Cowboys, but putting up better fight against the damn Seahawks. I mean,
Cozy over there drinking. Cozy's drinking heavy right now.
Only
He's drinking
necessary.
wine.
Cowboys done. Feel bad because we won second round. So what does Jalen Hurts mean for you, Vic? What do you see for what has he done? What does he mean to you? What does he mean to the franchise? What do you see as a whole? Jalen Hurts coming back and being a part of this team's success, being able to go ahead and wrap all this up.
Jalen Hurts was that surprise that wasn't supposed to happen. I mean, he was coming in as a second-round pick, came in after Carson Wentz. He was supposed to back him up. Then ends up taking the job, and we seen those first 4 games. Everyone had a little excitement. Then last season, like I said, we seen the ups, we seen the downs, but we seen more ups, and we knew there was a lot of potential. And then this season, he took what happened, and he took it to heart. He worked out in the offseason. He sought out the best, tutelage that he could find. He talked to the GOAT of Tom Brady.
Yep.
I mean, my guy was focused on his career and, bettering himself. And that's exactly what we're seeing this year. Again, I talked about it at the top of the show. MVP caliber season. Jalen Hurts, and shout out to Mike Parsons because he gave him his nickname. Jalen the System Hurts came through and dominated this year. It's only the fact that he was injured for those couple of weeks that most likely he'll lose the MVP because of that, because he wasn't able to play. But if you look at, the picture in total, Jalen Hurts deserves to be the MVP. A lot of people say Patrick Mahomes. A lot of people say Josh Allen. But let's be 100. The only reason why you're saying that is because they're names. If you look at their performance, Patrick Mahomes, probably the closest one. But Jalen overall should take this running. But what he means to this team is everything. My guy is an integral part of this team. He's the motor. You know what I mean? We got a Ferrari, but he's our motor. Without that motor, we don't go.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't lying.
Absolute facts, man. Twizzy, how you feeling, man? What does Jalen mean? What does Jalen mean to this team? What does he mean to this franchise?
Vic hit that shit dead on the nail. He means everything. What doesn't he mean? You know what I mean? What doesn't he mean? That boy did everything he needed to do as far as I'm pretty sure it changed my mentality, changed a lot of Eagle fans' mentality, because last year it was just a lot of overthrown passes, a lot of passes that he couldn't throw in the middle. Yeah, he was using his legs. We knew he could use his legs, but we needed that arm. It was like, we got a wide receiver for you. Like, you can't pass. So when AJ came in and I seen him like putting in work over the summer, I'm like, all right, bro, let's see if he really. And then I heard that Tom Brady talk. Then I was like, all right, we're gonna really see. Now that boy's 60 yarders, 40 yarders, 30 yarders, 25 yarders. He throwing shit he couldn't even throw, right?
Oh yeah.
That boy nasty right now. Like, he doing exactly what he needs to do. I mean, like Vic said, yeah, they gonna knock him for the MVP because of those 4-3 games that he didn't play, bro. But still, at the end of the day, he broke the franchise record.
Yeah.
In passing yards for the Eagles.
Yep.
He almost broke the touchdown record. He tied with Randall, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Mm-hmm.
He tied with Randall.
He wanted that, but he did want that.
He wanted that, though.
He wanted that. You can see in that last game he wanted it, but
I mean, they didn't run. They didn't play him like a run scheme, which is smart. You feel me? At the end of the day, there's no need to really. All we wanted to do was see him throw. He did what he needed to do. Locked in. The rust is off. Yeah, he's sore, but I'm pretty sure these 2 weeks he'll be ready to go.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I've been saying it since we stepped on the field. I mean, you guys both had great valid points. I mean, that shirt he wore walking into this last game, it's very telling, and I feel like it's very. Look, Jalen does everything. Jalen does is by design. Everything he does is some type of double meaning. You know what I'm saying? Like, he comes in wearing a he's back Jordan t-shirt, and it tells me everything about who Jalen is, bro. you guys both spoke to his offseason workout. His mentality is that Jordan mentality, that Mamba mentality. You know, you always heard Kobe talk about it's not really about comparing me to Jordan, because if you see Jordan, I got a lot of stuff from him. He made me elevate my game. Jalen's one of these dudes where it's like, there was a Kobe quote I saw a long time ago. It said, he said someone was telling him you either got it or you don't got it, and Kobe said that just sounds like an excuse for laziness or something like that.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
like you're gonna work yourself into whatever you need to work yourself into. Jalen, 100%. There was a lot left on the table last season. He knew it. The franchise definitely knew it because they didn't commit to him last season. They said, but we're going to give one more. They definitely were trying to trade in the offseason for guys. Jalen had to hear that, but Jalen was in the lab. Jalen was working with Tom Brady's guys. Jalen Hurts had that mama mentality about him where he said, it doesn't matter. I'm locked in. I'm focused. I'm going to be better. I might not have been born or gifted with certain talents, but I'm a damn sure work myself into having these talents. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's exactly what he did all offseason. This guy not only so when it came time for us to get you a good receiver, when it came time for us to go ahead and get you certain schemes, he had stepped up to the moment because he had prepared for it. And I think this dude, I mean, and we've been making this joke all season, but at the end of this, no matter what happens going forward, at the end of this season, this is what Jalen Hurts' agent and Hit are going to be talking to Howie like this.
One more thing. Price of the brick going up. 30 more. Enough of this shit.
It's crazy. All right, the light skin cat though. The light skin cat kill me every time though.
Now, you know what's one thing I think that Jalen did this season was like he took his career in his own hands. One of the big things that I thought that was hindering Jalen was the quarterback coach, Brian Johnson. He's worked with Jalen since he was a child. He's pretty much his only quarterback coach. I thought Jalen needed to, step out of there and seek other help, which he did. And you saw how big dividends paid.
Yeah,
you see the improvement.
Yeah,
like it's cool to be loyal to your guys, but when you want to take your career and go further, you got to take it upon yourself and make that move, and that's what he did.
Absolutely.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you hit a valid point, Vic. Like he had to go. I mean, yeah, you could keep going to your yes man all day, bro. But at the end of the day, when you make mistakes, are they really gonna tell you if they're a mistake?
Yeah, and especially as long as time that he's been with him, what else are you gonna learn from someone? If you're with him for 15 years, you have 15 years. What else? You pretty much learned everything they know.
Yeah.
So you got, what I'm saying? You got to expand. You got to go out and reach out to other people and be like, let me get this aspect of the game. Let me reach out to the GOAT, Tom Brady, who's been there, who's done that. Let me see what he's. Let me get some questions out. Let me get some scenarios. Let me see what he tells me. And that's exactly what he did. That's the one thing I love about Jalen. The fact that he is a tireless worker. Like you mentioned Kobe Bryant. He's not going to stop. He's trying to improve himself. And he knows that he's not perfect. Just like when we talked about it, excuse me, not we talk about it, but just like when he had on the press conference, when they were talking about what do you feel about having the number one seed, he goes, doesn't mean nothing. We're not done. The work isn't finished yet. We still got work to do. Like he's focused on the goal, what's at hand. He knows the ultimate goal right now is to win the Super Bowl. MVPs, 1,000-yard season really don't mean anything. What matters is that Lombardi Trophy coming to Philly.
Hey, no, absolutely right. They don't want to put anything on film. No, I think that absolutely was what was going on. Do you think his shoulder would get better in the divisional? I mean, look, they did say his shoulder was sore, but I think bro. This is the pros and what I think a lot of people got to realize about the pros is this isn't something where they if you have something that's really wrong with you, they actually won't let you play. It is a business, so if you're messed up, they're not going to actually let you out there. Jalen could lie, that's one thing, but it wouldn't be smart because if you're injured and you lie about it, you go out and you lie. That's what people are going to be. That's what's going to reflect on your record. If you're honest and say you're injured, they're probably not going to have you in the game, and you're not going to have that chance. So it's an honesty system, but also these guys have been monitoring he's the star player of the team, bro. They've been monitoring that shoulder. So if it really was in a situation where it was a risky business or he couldn't go out there and actually perform like he's supposed to, they wouldn't have had it. And I do think you're right. They didn't want to put things on film, which I think was actually smart. But the other part of it is it's kind of put him in a bad spot because you kind of made him look like last season Jalen because he couldn't open up the run like he wanted to. and then he had a lot of those like him running backwards in the pocket and getting sacked. Like that was stuff we saw last year because.
But also, I want to give it a justice. Also, he was a little rusty as well. I want to give him that as well.
Mhm.
He ain't played for 3 weeks, so he ain't really no contact. He ain't really touched contact. So now they really trying to smack him because they know he hurt.
Sixers looking good, man. But I'm not. The Sixers got a lot to prove to me before I really start.
Joel Embiid, 40 burgers. Shout out to him.
I love it, man. Look, I know he's capable of it. I love Joel. I love the squad. But look, man. I mean, I've been a process truster and supporter. But y'all got to show me something past the second round for me to really get excited now.
See, you know me. The Lakers. They doing all right, but they just lost yesterday. They've been on a run, but they need to get their shit together right now. They're doing all right though. They're doing good though.
I think that's in the plans.
As I got a Kobe hat on.
Hey, right.
Sirianni can bring Frank right back. I mean, those thoughts are going to be there, but I don't know. I don't think Reich's going to want to work for Frank. I mean, for Nick.
I think that's in the plans. If Shane Steichen gets picked up by whatever team interview, whether it's the Panthers, Texans, whoever, the first call that will be made will be to Frank. You saw how emotional Nick Sirianni was when he was in Indianapolis on how they fired Frank. That's his guy. That's the guy who gave him a chance.
And I love
what better way to repay that favor than when your time of need? Come on, man. You're on my staff. You're my number one consultant.
And I love that.
I mean, I'm not saying it's the most egregious or outlandish thing. I think I don't know. I feel like Frank did not get a good shake there, but I don't know. It's a weird organization. But it's funny. We have not heard Jeff Saturday's name at all since like after the second or third loss.
I think I know why, and that's because Chris Ballard is trying to save himself for another year. Because, in all honesty, Frank shouldn't have got fired. Chris Ballard made all those moves to get those old veteran quarterbacks to come through. Made the horrible decisions in the draft. The only good draft choice he made was Jelani Woods. Everyone else, pretty much trash. Nick Cross, shout out to you, but you're not playing a lot.
And the whole time the whole time Reich was there, he didn't even have a real quarterback. Like every season, he was going in there with like a backup quarterback or like an old age veteran on their last leg.
Oh, Wentz played one season, killed him out.
Oh, and then actually, you did say something, Vic, that about the quarterbacks coach that's been with Jalen for basically his whole career.
Brian
to add
Johnson,
on to that point is we got a first like an actual view of what that looks like here in Philadelphia already, because the reason Wentz didn't get any better than that one season is because all he wanted was yes men around him. He didn't want to be coached hard. He didn't want to be told anything. And now you see where his career has ended up. So
and he's about to get kicked off of
his career is definitely his career is done.
Yeah, I think he's a backup. I think everyone knows, like just like Baker Mayfield, he's in that same situation. Like we know you were good talent, you were high pick, possibly, could have done something in the Super, but that was in the past. Right now, the past 2 seasons, your decision making is horrible. You've cost teams playoff appearances.
Bro.
Go play in the AFL or go play where
do you guys have NCAA teams that you guys watch? I don't watch NCAA.
We was talking about that last time. I fuck with you.
I know you're. Yeah, I know you.
I fuck with USC.
Come on, man. We are Penn State all day.
If I am rocking with going to Penn State, Well, I gotta get.
One thing I want to mention too, when we're talking about Brian Johnson, we gotta be careful because I feel that he got his job because of who he knows. Yeah. So now he's one of the people that are possibly in line to be the next OC. That I do not like.
That is true, yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
But it is kind of a who's who game too. It's always going to be giving you position. It's always going to give you some type of leg up or give you some type of opportunity. Alshon played a whole season with a damn torn rotator cuff. That was one of the craziest things because we didn't have an inkling or an ounce. No one knew Alshon was dealing with that.
Bro, that boy was wilding.
They just turned around.
I hope they do.
Save those draft picks, though. Absolutely. Y'all need to save everything y'all got. Frank not coming back. Frank trying to be a head coach again, not working for underling. I don't think it's the most egregious thing. I just think that I think he's going to get some offers. Would bring Frank in affect Jalen at all? Right? Was Carson Wentz boy thoughts?
Oh no, Nick Sirianni love hurt.
Yeah, that's the guy who gave Nick Sirianni his shot to be a coach. So yeah, like their relationship is, what I'm saying, that's a bond that blood could only be, stronger than that. But yeah, between those two, that's why I said it makes sense. I don't think Frank has an ego where he has to be a head coach. He's been an assistant for most of his whole career.
Wentz to the Patriots. Oh God.
Oh,
I doubt it, but yeah.
I can see that because Belichick doesn't make good decisions when it comes to like.
Nah, the Patriots got Bailey Zappi, who will be their next year starter, and Mac Jones will be a backup.
Yeah. Nah, bro. But we talking about coaches. One thing I have been floating in the group chat. I have been floating that Lovie Smith just got fired. Why not bring that man in as a consultant? And bro, come on, Lovie Smith is the DC next year, and they talking about Frank Reich might get. I'm not. They're talking about Richie Gans might be getting interviews over in Texas. Let's just do a coach swatch. You guys can have Gannon. Let us get Lovie Smith in there. Can you imagine what Lovie Smith will be doing with this defense?
Nah, I'm good. I'm good with our current consultant, Vic Fangio, who I'm a big fan of. Vic Fangio. If that happens, because I know Sean Payton, he said he wants to take Vic Fangio wherever he goes.
Yeah.
But one of the teams that they were talking about was Denver. Even though they have new ownership, I highly doubt Vic Fangio wants anything to do with Colorado. So that's out the picture.
Yeah.
If Sean Payton can't get him, and like I said, we do lose Gannon to another team, Vic Fangio will be the greatest replacement to have.
Y'all don't think Lovie Smith will come here and be doing all kinds of craziness, man?
I think pretty much if a college team doesn't call for Lovie, it's a wrap.
Oh, that bad?
You got to look at the what he was given in Chicago. Again, he was given a bad break. Got let go. Came through again with Illinois. Had to go through the rankings through DC. Came back up with a coaching position. In 1 year, you lose your spot in 1 year. You're Steve Wilkes. You're gone.
Whoa, man, that hurts. Just because I got a great deal of respect for Lovie. I mean, I feel like he didn't get, and then it's like he got put in another shitty position this year,
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, hey, you're right, bro. So some of these guys need to really start thinking. And this is another thing I was talking about in the group chat is sometimes guys need to realize what they're really great at, and that's what you do. Like, not to say that this guy couldn't, but I think like. Look at our offensive line coach. Like he knows Stoutland knows he's great at building these lines, getting these guys ready every week. If they need to do a switch up or you need to put someone in a different spot, he gets them ready. Like Stoutland's on point. That doesn't necessarily mean that you would be a great head coach. And maybe he has the wherewithal to know, like, bro, I don't even want to deal with none of that. I know what I'm great at here. I think there's a lot of coaches in the NFL that like. They're great positionally, and it's like, bro, sometimes you could just be a really great position coach. You don't have to go in and take this on. And I know people are going to kill it because they say, well, when that offer comes in, it's so rare, you have to take it. But it's like, do you want to take it if you're going to a team like Houston who's clearly in a rebuild, who's clearly not going to go anywhere, and then you're going to get, a one-and-done situation? Like, does it make sense? Especially if you do wait your whole life for it. It's like, that's not the winning situation.
Yeah, and you gotta look at Houston too because I feel like they kind of fired him out of spite for the fact that he lost that #1 draft pick. He was just like, listen, I'm here to coach to win games. I'm not here to try to get #1 draft pick.
Yeah,
and I don't think the Houston, especially Bob McNair, I think their owner, I want to say is Bob McNair. He didn't like that at all.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and that's stuff we'll never be privy to. I do think that could be. I think you're all right though. It's like. But it's like then you'll have a Philadelphia situation on your hands where all that stuff came out about Dougie P and like clearly players weren't like trying to lose, they wanted to win, and I don't know if it's like was the front office like nah take this L or that whole
yeah.
thing. So it was like coaches aren't really a coach is never going to be looking to do like we need that draft pick like coaches are taught to win like so.
Yep. And as you mentioned him, shout out to Dougie P. Winning the division, getting into his first year with the Jaguars.
A year
Let's
off.
go.
Dougie P with a winning season, 9-8. Let's go.
Right.
Hey, so let's break it down. So, who do you think takes that game?
The Jacksonville game?
Who do you think takes the game? Jacksonville or Chargers? Let me hear your talk. Let me hear it, Vic.
Listen, I am well known to say I feel that the Jags are going to win this game. A lot of people put Justin Herbert, and this is something I've been talking about all year. Justin Herbert, top 5. I don't see Justin Herbert at the top 5. Is he a great talent? Yes. I'm not saying he's bad, but he is not top 5. Because we all can name 5 quarterbacks better than Justin Herbert this season. Again, the Chargers have been up and down. They have a lot of issues with that offensive line. Their defense has been injured. I understand that, now you got Mike Williams coming back. You got my guy Allen looking like he's a little healthy. But again, that all depends on what that Jaguars defense brings. Because if they attack that offensive line, especially the right side of that line, game over.
Yeah, I feel it.
Facts.
And I think Dougie P is gonna bring some. You know, it's their first playoff game, and it's at home.
Oh, you expect like a Philly special or something like that in the first quarter.
Wild.
What people need to realize about Dougie P is all these big balls you're seeing in the NFL all of a sudden. Dougie P is the one that brought that to the NFL, bro. Mm-hmm. And I'll never forget. And this is when it came time for when they were doing like the Super Bowl pre-interviews and stuff. They had like a segment where they had Dougie P and Belichick like speaking to one another, and Doug was like he was like big dicking Belichick the whole time. Like he wasn't giving him any compliments and all this. Like Dougie P was like, "We're gonna have to win." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it was funny because the next season they showed Sean McVay when he was about to play, and Sean McVay was over here fucking giving Belichick the dick flute solo over here. Like, you're so great, your career has been amazing. And like, nah, fuck out of here with all that. You know what I'm saying? So, Doug Peterson. From a coaching aspect, bro, I just feel comfortable, even though how it ended in Philadelphia. Doug Peterson always gives you an offensive. He gives you that edge, bro, because he doesn't play scared. I think guys, they really believe in him. Like you see the Giants, and they're really rocking. Like the Bulls made them feel like they are a team that can win in the playoffs. That they can. They made it to the playoffs, bro. Like they were ass last year.
Yeah, they were.
So a great coach can do that. And I think you're right about Herbert. I don't think he's a bad quarterback, but I definitely don't think like all this, like you said, elite talk is definitely not meant for that guy at all.
I'll just say this, and a lot of people don't, might give me hate, but Joe Burrow within those 2 seasons has surpassed Justin Herbert. I got Herbert might have more passing yards, more touchdowns, but look at what Joe Burrow did in 2 seasons. Already went to the Super Bowl. Can possibly do it again. Come on, man. This is Herbert's first time in the playoffs, and we're talking about year 3.
And also, you got to talk about is the fact that since he's came into the league, he's had a very good team and system around him. So it's like, bro, if you didn't step up in those first few years, it's kind of telling. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, it speaks a lot.
Let's talk about
the Bears and the number 1 pick.
Look, check it out. Look, if the Bears are smart, this is, I'm going to tell them what they need to do right now.
Go ahead.
You need to go out and trade that number 1 pick. Go get DeAndre Hopkins real quick from the Cardinals. There you go.
I agree.
Justin Fields, there it is.
Bro, I think they'd be smart enough to try to, use a second round to keep that first round pick, because I don't think Arizona's going to ask for a first.
But
if
you
you
never
can work
know.
a deal, but if you could work a deal and get that second round pick for DeAndre Hopkins, again, it'd be crazy because DeAndre got traded for the second time for a second round pick.
Yeah, he did.
That would be bananas. But if it is, listen, Chicago can capitalize on it, especially with having the first pick of the draft.
Bro,
man, it's scary.
Yeah, and I think, bro, I didn't even think about the DeAndre side of it, Twizzy. That's money on the head, bro.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think Vic's right though. I think that they're not going to ask for a first for him. Absolutely not.
No, but I mean, if worst scenario comes around, you could play with it. But if you can hit him with a second,
look,
go ahead, take it.
And if Chicago was able to make that move, do you know how much you would get for that first round pick? That could set up the team forever.
Oh my God, bro.
And I just hope they focus on offensive line, because that's really where Chicago needs help. Receiver and offensive line. Offensive line for me is something that you always got to take care of. You can't slack on that, because without your line, you're never going to win a game.
Well, I mean, that's what Fields needs right now. He needs a line that's going to protect him.
Oh, for sure. But look, even without a line, boy, he was still number 6 right behind Miles Sanders in rushing. That's just wild.
So right now, let me look. So right now, obviously, we know Chicago is holding that number 1 pick. Yeah. So you have Houston number 2, Arizona number 3, Indianapolis number 4. These are teams that desperately. So Houston needs a quarterback. Indianapolis needs a quarterback. Shit. Seattle owns the 5th, or Denver owns the 5th because of Seattle. They got Russ, but they need a quarterback.
Now they're going to keep Russ. They got to keep Russ. They put too much money. But you want to hear something crazy? This is one of the reasons why I say the Colts need to fire Chris Ballard, because he's already come out and said we're not looking at a quarterback in the first round.
Yeah, they put too much money.
Basura. That's crazy.
5 on the Jags.
Hey, I see it, bro. I see a
Hey,
very
you
big
see
win when
the
the Jags come up.
Hey, yeah.
Poppy talking truth. Hey, you already know. You already know how we do around here. He said Joe Burr, Lawrence. I like Joe Burrow, man. I
I like Joe Shiesty.
like
I
him,
like Joe Shiesty.
but
I like
I look, yeah, I definitely. But bro, I'm just saying, bro. Dougie P, he's got it. No, DeAndre Hopkins not worth the first. No, I don't think Twizzy was saying that they're going to give the first overall.
I don't think they're going to.
I think he's saying that they need to trade and get DeAndre in the building.
Regardless,
saying, right?
Yeah.
That second round pick should be enough to get
It should
D-Hop.
be a second. Regardless, it could be a second. Maybe you could even trade Chase Claypool for him. Swap him out.
No, I think you keep Chase. I think you keep Chase Claypool. Have him as your number 2 or your slot guy. You got DeAndre who's going to be your big play guy, just like we got going on in Philly, bro. It's starting to show you more and more right now that you need to have 2 guys, like in the NBA. Remember, the NBA used to be great. You could have 1 star. The NBA, that is no longer true. You need at least 2 to 3 stars in the NBA for your team to be in the conversation for anything. We're starting to see the NFL being a pass-heavy team or a pass-heavy league. You need 2 guys. So,
it's crazy how long it took, because if you look back at the early 2000s, you had the greatest show on turf with the Rams. Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt. Then you have my guy Marshall Faulk. They had, you know what I'm saying, like that's the model that they followed. It got them the championships. It made them the greatest show on, you know what I'm saying, that we've ever seen.
Yeah, but I think it's very hard. Like, it's funny because every time the draft comes around, we're gonna have plenty of draft talk when it does happen. But every time the draft comes around and it comes talking about position players, I always hear analysts and all these guys talking about, oh, you could find a receiver in the 2nd and 3rd and the 4th, and you can find this guy this round. I mean, no, you can't. If there's a generational talent, if there's a guy that you think is going to be balling and be an elite talent, then you go get that guy in whatever round you need to get him.
Facts.
And that's just what it comes down to. Because if you can find a great receiver in the 3rd or the 4th round all the time, guess what? Every team would have 3 great receivers. Every team would have that.
Talk about it.
So
listen, the Eagles only got Deshaun Jackson in the 2nd round because he had issues in college. Deshaun was a 1st rounder.
For sure.
It was only for the fact that, teams, gave him a little side eye for what he did. We were the only ones smart enough to pick him up. And look at how that, look at how that worked out.
Well, I mean, and then you look at the landscape of the league right now. Look at all the big names you're hearing that are making plays. Joe Burrow's boy. Chase making big plays. 1st rounder. DeAndre Hopkins. He was, or not DeAndre. I'm sorry. Devontae. First rounder. Wasn't it AJ Brown a 1st rounder or a 2nd rounder?
1st rounder.
Number
10.
Yeah, Justin Jefferson, 1st rounder. Come on, like, you know what I'm saying? The list is going more. If you say a big star's name right now, more than likely that guy got drafted in the 1st round, and that's why. So it's like, for people to use that whenever the draft comes around, and you'll hear me say it over and over when draft does get closer, it's just not true. Go get the guy. Go get him.
I agree. You're not going to find a lot of guys in the 2nd, 3rd round. Like, there's only one Cooper Kupp. He doesn't come around very often.
Yeah. That's like saying, like, the quarterback when you hit Tom Brady in the 5th or 6th round. Look, it doesn't happen. Like, these guys, like the NFL, I know they miss on guys sometimes, but more or less, you're going to see like big position players. They usually know, like, we're looking at this guy for a specific reason. So it's just funny. But I do think Doug could pull the upset, bro. I'm definitely gonna put a little something on it. You know what I'm saying? So let's get back to what else we got. Oh, this was
what don't we got? What don't we got?
Bro, I mean, we got, bro, because we got, you know what I'm saying? We haven't even started talking about the records. AJ coming in, you know what I'm saying, breaking Mike Quick's record. That was beautiful. Then you also got Devontae over here with the most
95 receptions.
Bro, it's just a beautiful time to be an Eagles fan.
Like, boy, to even imagine how we got Devontae, like to make a deal with the devil, the Cowgirls, to fucking go up and just snag him from the Giants, and go ahead and just.
Hey, you know what? That Giants blue. That's funny,
hey, bro. Because I was at work and I was like, man, whatever, dog. Like, we ain't gonna do shit. Like, whatever. What was it? I think we had pick 16, right? Was it pick 16? If I'm not mistaken,
he had moved back. It was like the Yeah, we were up. Remember,
We were up, yeah.
That
Something like
Devontae
that.
pick had a lot of movement because before that, weren't we like the 8th or 9th?
It was like 12. It was like 12 or 14 or something like that.
There
Then we
you
moved
go.
to 8. Then we moved to 6.
There we go.
There you
Yeah. Then we
And
then
then all of a sudden, I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna go to lunch, and then I hear Dallas has traded with the Philadelphia. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh yeah, we getting Devontae. I'm like, we getting Devontae, homie. There's nobody else on the board. And then next thing you know, Devontae.
Which is kind of funny because and this is you guys tell me if I'm tripping, but this is kind of like a little bit scary because we've done all this to the Giants over the past few years, and ordinarily the Giants would be petty as hell and be like, we're playing them hard and try to beat us.
And they
But
took
now the
everything.
Giants got a good, competent coach. They're starting to realize like all that shit don't matter, bro. We're in the playoffs. We know we've been putting a lot of reps on our star athletes. We need to give them a little bit of rest. And they didn't play Saquon, they didn't play Daniel Jones, and like, bro, I don't know. The Giants, they might be another season or two. I'm worried.
Giants got some work to do. They have a great coach. They have a good leadoff point, but they're going to have to make a decision with their quarterback. That's where everything might go wrong because if they keep Daniel Jones and he has plays as he's playing, Daniel Jones is. I'm not going to say I'll give him anywhere between 15 and 20. That's where I'll rank him. Could he be better? Yeah. But has he been? No.
No.
But if you stay with that guy, you understand that what he is. Now, if you move on, especially when you're talking about Brian Dabble, you move on from another quarterback that's more someone than Brian Dabble's liking, Giants can go over there. But the Giants have a lot of work because, again, talk about offensive line, their wide receiving core, we all know that's in shambles. They got a good running back in Saquon, but for how long? The Saquon's contract's about to come up. Are they going to throw the bag at him? And if so, how much is left over for Daniel Jones?
If they were smart, they would throw the bag at him.
And they already did throw the bag at him once. Like he already had a second deal. So this is like, and if Saquon, if I'm Saquon, like as much as it's been great being a New York Giant for him, being because I mean a lot comes with that when you're the man, and in a certain market, a lot comes with that.
First and foremost, not the New York Giants, they're the New Jersey Giants.
Yeah, they're the New Jersey Giants.
The East Rutherford Giants.
Looking for 4 years. 4 years, $46 million per year. You fucking lying. Hell no.
Shut the hell up.
Josie, that's got to be cat, bro. That's crazy. Giants have no receivers. Yeah.
They paid the most for the wide receiving core.
Well, that was
no. Saquon, his contract's up 2,000 this year.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
They got to work on it. They don't have to work on it this season.
No, that's what I'm saying. They had already gave this contract that is up now. He had already gotten a big contract from them.
Nah, this is his.
He's only his rookie. He's on his rookie.
Off his rookie contract.
Yeah, he's on his rookie contract. His contract. He's into 2023. After that, he's an unrestricted free agent.
Yeah, because if I'm not mistaken, I saw some that they were going to try to lock in him and Jones. I read something that they were trying to lock him in.
They got a lot of moves to make, and then they got to build up that defense too.
I like Thibodeau though.
Oh yeah. My only issue with his he's a beast. He has a high motor, but again, injury isn't something that you can control. But his time off the field, that got to decrease.
No, you guys are right. You know what threw me off is because I know he got drafted the year before
Miles.
Yeah, Miles. But Miles was the second year. Barkley was the first year. So they're both
my boy Pete knows. He a Penn State fan. I know because right behind him. He right behind him. And I mean, everybody used to hate on Miles. Who's that, bro? Barkley? They're like, yeah, hey, bro, he was right behind him.
I mean, a lot of people don't even remember that Miles started before Barkley. When Barkley came in, it was Miles was the number one back.
Well,
Barkley took it away from him.
He was more heavily recruited he was recruited more. And then Barkley got there and it kind of changed things a little bit. So
they saw that little kid from Whitehall. They didn't think he could do much, but look at him now.
Yeah, man. Bro, how do you think a guy like that with those legs ain't doing much? Pause. That man legs big as hell.
Yeah.
Bro, so it's very interesting. I think they have to make. I mean, bro, like you said, they know who Daniel Jones is. I don't think he's a franchise guy by any means. He's 100% a bridge guy, though. Mm-hmm. I think right now, look, the reality is you're in the playoffs right now, so your draft pick isn't going to be great. You need to go ahead and so you got to kind of have to stick it out unless you're going to sign some veteran off the street. And right now, those are hard to come by. Like, who's really out there that's on the move and that you feel like is going to be anything better than just keeping Daniel Jones right now? I can't think of anyone off the top of my head. Like Heineke, no, I don't think Heineke's an answer.
Nah, I think the top free agent quarterback will be Baker Mayfield.
Jalen Jones, Dak, Wentz, Heineke. Oh, those are some like.
Sheesh.
That's very hard. That's very hard to live with right there. Like,
jeez.
Those options are.
Sheesh.
Yeah, Jones.
What the?
Oh, he's ranking
NFC East quarterbacks.
I was saying Jones, Dak, but I thought talking about Wentz and Heineke. That's hard to come by, bro. Like, because really, there's no look. It's not like Alex Smith's career is over. Geno Smith's definitely staying with Seattle for the time being.
Oh, he's trying to make a playoff run right now against the Niners.
I don't know. I think Seattle does that and makes a move. If I'll say this, and this is someone that we talked before on my end, Max Duggan. If he's a second, third rounder, if he's available, Seattle can pick him up. You still have Geno. Once Geno falters, Duggan comes in and takes over.
Ooh. That's kind of wild. That's kind of wild. Big Brother Bear, cheers, stay lifted, have a great. Hey, appreciate you, my man. You do the same, bro. The Raiders really eyeing Brady. Oh,
I mean, I heard some stuff.
I'm here in Miami still looking at Brady, but I don't know. I think that might be a lie, but I heard Sean Payton and Tom Brady might get a reunion in Miami, but let's see how that goes.
I'm in Las Vegas, and everything about the Raiders right now is that they don't have money to spend. Though. Like, that's why they got to keep the coach. They can't hire a new coach because they gave $100 million to what's his name that's out the door for
John Gruden, yeah,
talking wild in the emails.
What they give him? 10 years, $100 million.
10 years, $100 million. So the way coaches contracts, it don't matter. You can sign a guy to a deal, you're paying him that deal. It don't matter. That's why you're hearing like when they said Frank Reich got fired. Frank Reich, good man. He gonna collect the rest of his money.
He's solid, bro.
The coaches' contracts get paid no matter what. So they already gave that man $100 million. Now they got my man's up in here right now. And they're not happy with how the season went, but they can't afford to go ahead and invest into that coaching spot. So I feel like if you're saying you really can't get a new coach in, I doubt you're gonna, because Brady's at a point in his career, especially whatever happened with all that all the Bitcoin and all that. He looking for a little payday real quick. So
listen, my guy gave up a wife to stay in the NFL. I'm gonna give Brady 2 more seasons. He's gonna stay in at least 2. Like, it has to be worth it. You got divorced. You gonna get divorced for playing 1 season and it doesn't go anywhere? Nah, you gotta have at least 2 more seasons.
And I'm gonna tell you what, Brady. Go ahead, Twizzy. Go ahead.
He's going somewhere else. He's gonna go. So just like Vic said, he's gonna play. But I think it's the 2 options, bro. He either stays in Miami because if Tua's concussion, bro, he might not play no more. Because they don't even know if he's good.
It's crazy, right?
They don't even know if he's good to go in the playoffs right now.
Yeah, we were talking about it before, like with Tua's injury history. It's crazy. Like at 20, he had 2 hip surgeries.
Yeah, and it's like they said the way he was injured with the hips is like one of those like 1 in 100 things. Like it's almost impossible. It had happened to him like twice. Like crazy. And,
like that in itself is amazing how he got in the NFL. And you talk about 3 concussions within what you say 2 weeks. That's insane.
Back almost.
There was 2 concussions in 1 game, and then another next week.
Bro, just
wait. He just tagged me on it. He said, per Wesley Steinberg, Daniel Jones isn't agree. His agents are demanding at least 4-year deal, averaging $46 million per.
Listen, they can demand as much as they want. What you demand and what you get are 2 separate things.
Yeah, that's crazy as hell, bro. They bugging.
Hey, I'm telling you.
Well, look, and the answer to Brady. I'm gonna tell you what. If Brady has his pick of the litter, he's not going to a team that this happened to.
Look at this.
I've never seen that before in my life. A little carousel, kick it to Patrick, back throw, the throwback screen. And they call Tooney on.
But it was a flag, though.
I was
about to say it was a flag, but guess what? They still scored on the next play.
Did that shit, and it's on film, bro. Let me tell you something. if you came to the link with that shit, and I said this in the group chat, I don't give a fuck about the positivity we've been talking as Eagles fans lately. If your team comes into the Philadelphia and you do some dickhead shit like that, I am grabbing the nearest person in an opposing team's jersey, and you're getting that.
Oh, it wouldn't have happened. As soon as they're doing that ring around the rosy, I'm busting through that. I'm getting a personal foul. Don't even care. Unsportsmanlike. Throw it at me.
What the fuck was that shit, bro? Are you kidding me?
Bro, if you even pull that shit off in the link, woo, it's too loud to even just run around in the circle to be like, hey, we gonna do this. We gonna ring around the rosy. Y'all motherfuckers gonna split in 5.
Like, you gotta give them credit to have the coordination to do that and go back to the line and not be dizzy and not stumble.
And then do a flea flicker on top of it.
Hey, shout out to Big Red on that one. That motherfucker.
Yeah, that's it, bro. Like,
that's a cold
and I was talking to Swoop Boys last week on how Andy Reid used to come up with some wild shit. Well, I remember I was talking about the play where where Deshaun and Macklin both laid in the end, or Riley Cooper laid in the end zone.
Yeah.
Like, that's some Andy Reid shit right there. Cozy, we did read. I read your Twitter on already, bro. That's wild. He can ask for whatever he wants for it. He's not getting that. That's crazy. No, Andy Reid is wild for that. Like, and the fact that a team feels confident in doing some stupid stuff like that is like next level, bro. Like, the respect is out of the window.
Let me ask y'all a question.
Go ahead.
Is it safe to say that Andy Reid has surpassed Bill Belichick as being the best coach?
100% without a doubt. Because when we get into it, it's not even like you take the Super Bowls out of it. They talk about the coaching trees all the time. Look at coaches that have come out of the Andy Reid, Dougie P, Harbaugh, like, you know what I'm saying? Just to name a couple guys right there who are long-standing in the NFL right now. Both Super Bowl winning. Those guys both have Super Bowls.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You got John Harbaugh out there. Yeah.
Very deep. Go ahead.
Well, I'll say this. I think Andy Reid, like the worst coaches to come off his coaching tree, is still leaps and bounds better than what Bill Belichick had. You got Brad Childress, Leslie Frazier. They were both off of Andy's tree. Still did better. Still had better careers than Matt Patricia, Joe Judge.
Oh, yeah, bro. What were you saying?
I said, shit, I was letting my boy Vic go.
Trying to.
I was about to hit the handy. I didn't say shit. You know? Yeah, you feel me? But since you want me to talk, I can talk. What you want me to talk?
Oh, well, what do you think about the coaching trees, Bill Belichick versus Andy Reid?
Man, look, check it out. Let me talk about it. Look, Bill Belichick, yeah, he done did his shit, but it's time to. There's time when you need to pass the crown down, and you know, Big Red has been doing his thing since Philly. Yeah, he didn't get the chip. Yeah, he didn't get the ring, but I mean, at the end of the day, that boy was still bringing us to the playoffs consecutive. He was giving us NFC titles. He was giving us opportunities to try to get it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, and then when he went to KC, it was just like it all clicked in one.
So they actually got the coaching tree. A couple of the guys ranked. John Harbaugh, they got number 1. They said head coach with the Ravens, 08 to 2012 to 2020. He's still the head coach. What are they saying now? Oh, this list is a little bit dated, so it's a couple years old. But his record: 118 to 74 career wins, 10-17 playoffs with a Super Bowl. Dougie P, we already know his accolades as the head coach of the Eagles, Super Bowl winning. Ron Rivera, also, I forgot that. Ron Rivera, bro.
Carolina when they went to the Super Bowl, huh?
He was our linebackers coach.
Our linebackers coach, yeah. Sean McDermott, that's another solid one right there, bro.
That could be possibly the third coach in his coaching tree to get a Super Bowl.
Come on, bro, that's crazy. And then, like you said, even the guys at the bottom of this list are, you know, you named Childress, and then even Matt Nagy, like, bro, Leslie Frazier, like, you know, these guys, come on, bro, like these, and I don't know how they have those two before Todd Bowles. What the hell?
And also, you got to think about the newest one that's going to come out this season, which will be Mike Kafka, the offensive coordinator for the Giants.
Yep.
He's another guy that has been getting looked in multiple interviews, and now he's a hot name.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, and I'm not talking about Pat Shurmur. Like,
talk about it. Great, better as a coordinator, I'll say.
Yeah.
But even still better than any of Belichick's worst.
Everybody who's come off of Belichick's tree has pretty much been like a couple years and done. Pretty like they've been burnouts.
Hold on, I think we forgot about a big one. We mentioned him earlier. John Harbaugh. Actually, not John Harbaugh. Excuse me. My guy Chucky. He was also off the tree of Andy Reid. So he does have 3 Super Bowl winning coaches off of his tree.
Yep. That's crazy, bro. That is crazy. Man, no, Big Red's definitely he's definitely the better. I mean, because he's been able to pass it down. I don't think whatever Belichick has done in New England, I'm not saying any of it. Like whenever people get into the Tom versus Bill debate, I think that's small-minded, that's small business. I think when you're getting into that, it doesn't make sense. I think it's really just Bill has a system and right now I think what we're seeing is the system is kind of going out. Like the league is changing right in front of our eyes. I mean, I think Bill, and it happens Father Time, always undefeated. I think the league is changing, and you're starting to see a new guard come in, bro. So Bill been caught cheating on multiple occasions too. And we know as Eagles fans, we were victims to it at one point.
Deflated footballs. We don't want to talk about it, but
Bill's slogan. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Yeah, that's a fact. Well, the last couple things we're gonna get into before we switch up the mode here. What do you guys think about going in? We got the first round bye right now. How do you guys feel about that? What do you guys feel the road our road is going to be going forward, like playoff wise? Who do you think is getting out of that first round is going to be coming to Philadelphia? What do you think, Twizzy? I'm gonna let you go first this time.
All right.
Who right there?
Who do I want? Or who?
Yeah, how do you think it's gonna? How do you think it realistically is
look, realistically, look. Okay, look. I mean, in reality, I think Tampa could pull it off, but I want Dallas.
You want Dallas?
I want Dallas. I do. I want everybody. I want to shut everybody up. You feel me? I want them to come to Philly. I want to whoop their ass. You feel me? But I mean, if Tampa could win, and then somehow the Giants can beat Minnesota, then low key we play the Giants.
I like that better.
But even then, I mean, to win the Lombardi, bro, you got to play the best.
Man, I ain't trying to hear none of that shit. We already beat Tom Brady to get our Super Bowl. I just want shit to be easy, bro.
Look, check it. But look, and I know. I just want to play. I do want to play Dallas in the playoffs, bro, because I want to whip that ass. Because when we didn't have Jalen, you saw what we could have did with Jalen. You saw it. You seen it. You seen the runs. You seen the throws. You knew what was there. But you know what? We took an L, but it is what it is.
What's up, my boy?
What up? But I think we'll see what happens though. I think we might end up playing the Niners. Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, I think they're gonna choke. I think Tampa's gonna handle them, just like Cuz said. Vic, what you think, man? What do you think's gonna happen Who you think's gonna pull the upset? Who you think's coming to Philadelphia?
I think Tampa's gonna pull the upset, but I want Tampa because I want a revenge game. They took us out last season. I want to be able to beat Tampa and move on. And hopefully, if we go to the Super Bowl and we win it, we can say the first person that we took off our list was Tom Brady and the Bucs.
Thomas Brady.
Target. And that could be the second Eagles quarterback to do it.
Knock him out. I think I want Jalen. Jalen deserves the revenge. But it's funny because everyone keeps calling Tampa Bay the upset. Tampa Bay's the 4 seed, so I don't know.
I see people's appeal with Dallas, but guess what? We played Dallas so much. They're our rivals. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm tired of seeing them. Like, we know what we are. We know what we can do. But
so I think it's interesting. Y'all don't think the Giants have a chance to beat Minnesota?
I don't know.
No, I do. I think Minnesota's probably I'm gonna say they're fake. They're false.
Absolutely.
They're false. When they play tough teams, they haven't won. And when they had tough matchups, listen, the Jets came out with I think it was Joe Flacco when they had them. They almost got beat by the Jets. There are so many games that they won by a close margin when in reality they could have lost that. You know what I mean? Like, they're on the cusp of being a great team, but I think this year is a little too early for them. Next year, yeah, I think the Vikings will be a threat. But right now, no, I'm not worried about them.
I think bro. I think the Giants are coming. I think the Giants are coming back to Philly. So I think that'll be very interesting. I do not see Seattle. I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, what if Seattle pulls it?" I don't see Seattle pulling the upset on Brock Purdy.
If Seattle pulls it, then they pull it, but it's not like they're gonna go far.
Yeah, honestly, I see Tampa Bay getting a W this weekend. I think the Cowboys are going to be bounced out. We'll be dancing on their grave before we even take the field. I think there is a chance the Giants pull the upset, like you just said. I don't think the Vikings are that. Bro, ever since Kirk Cousins put those chains on the plane and was dancing, it's been all bad for them. Should have never did that.
I want to know who allowed that to happen. Because come on,
squad, he was tripping.
Whoever let it happen,
it wasn't even a good look. Even I know you were all excited, but come on, it wasn't even a good look when he was trying to get it. It wasn't right. It wasn't right at all.
Hey, that's the first time he ever felt solid.
Yo, facts.
I'm calling now. Seahawks are beating the Niners. There's enough film on Purdy now to get him exposed.
I mean,
what's up with the hate with Purdy? I like the kid. My guy was Mr. Irrelevant.
Vikings are mid. I don't have hate for it. It's the craziest thing is I mean, look, you can never tell a Philadelphia fan that a backup quarterback can't do it now. Like
Nick Foles.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. That's how every Philadelphia fan is always forever going to feel like Nick Foles did it.
Greatest backup ever.
So I mean, and my mentality is the same, bro. I'm not counting Purdy out, bro. Like
I'm not counting him out. But
the kid's tough. He's been making history ever since he started.
Yeah, he has. But he hasn't.
He's the only San Francisco quarterback at the time was the only San Francisco quarterback to throw for more than 2 touchdowns in 3 consecutive games. We're on 5 now.
That's crazy.
You understand how many quarterbacks were in San Francisco that he's already, you know what I'm saying, taking over their records? That's crazy.
And the other part about it is it's a division. It's a divisional game for them. So whenever you get into these divisional games, it does get murky. It doesn't matter like how well you know your divisional opponent. You're gonna play them. They're gonna play hard. So it's gonna be tough. It's not hate.
That's something that Joe Montana has never done in his first season. That's crazy.
Wow.
It is crazy. Brock those 20 screen passes a game. He's not good. He's not that good. Yeah. But I mean, like I just said, bro, it's going to be a divisional matchup. It's going to be tough. So they're going to have to figure that out. I mean, so I'm definitely not counting Purdy out. I mean, I do think it is going to be a little bit tough for Seattle to do it because I don't know. For me, for whatever reason, I've enjoyed the Seattle run, but I kind of look at them in the same vein as the Giants, where you know, like they got a lot. It's a good starting point, but they definitely are. They've definitely done a lot better than I think even they thought they were going to do.
Big day.
Hey man, so I know Twizzy sent it earlier in the chat. Cherry 12s, they're coming back. Cherry 12s are coming back. I told Twizzy I'm not a Big 12
really my thing, yeah, it's not my thing neither, but we talk about it all right here. I know it's for somebody.
I'm a reverse flu game kind of guy, man. I like those. The white ones are cool. Reverse flu games.
Those are cool. I can't wait till the low-key 11 Gammas come back.
Oh yeah, no, the Gammas are always a fan favorite. But you know what's coming out for the first time ever? I am excited about these because I am a ones guy. They got that true blue colorway is going to be.
Oh, that's my color. That's my color. Yeah. That's me.
I already know. So that I'm excited for these. That they're saying these are coming ASAP. So make sure you guys check your app.
My blood runs too green to wear any kind of scheme of gray and blue. The only thing that will get is my Yankees, and we're going white and navy blue pinstripes. That's how we roll.
You are a Yankee. You know, Twizzy's a Yankees fans too, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Before the show ends, I'll bring some Yankee heat out. Y'all know how that go.
Yeah, only team in the league with 27 World Series championships. Thank you.
So basically, you're able to go ahead and go from a Penn State game into a Yankee game like that. Danny said on C. Y'all are crazy, bro.
Yeah, we wilding outside.
Yeah, and if you're a Nike purist, like I love Nike for a long time, and the reason that to me one of the reasons Nike has always been great is because they have certain little collections that always come out around certain points in the year, and if you was like me back, you know what I'm saying, early 2000s, you had you a John, you know what I'm saying, that was your baby girl. y'all had to go and get a pair of these matching. You know what I'm saying? Whenever
I got the Valentine,
the
Joe.
Valentine's
Yeah.
forces, bro, you already know.
Hey, you pulling those out with wifey, huh? You pulling those out, huh?
Hell yeah, bro! I'm definitely trying to get two. I'm trying to secure 2 pairs of those right quick.
And you buying her an outfit that matches.
Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? That was mandatory back in the day, bro. You
And
had
they
to,
drop.
you know what I'm saying? You had to do it to be in love. And
Hey,
so,
dude.
y'all know that. So the Jordan ones are coming out, I believe, in a week. And those Valentine's forces obviously are coming out right before Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
So be on the lookout for those. Other good hats that are coming. I hate to admit it, but these are good hats. I hate to admit it. They're Astros, but that real tree hat, man, is just.
And that logo's low-key fire. It's kind of growing on me, but I'm just like, I'm a Yankee fan, bro. I can't do it.
Bro, I'm a Phillies fan. They just whooped our ass in the World Series.
Yeah, but they didn't cheat y'all. They didn't cheat y'all out of a championship.
Yeah, so it's rough.
Bro, so as Yankees fans, how do y'all really feel now? Because y'all had like.
But look, check it. Yeah, we mad, bro. Check it. We mad. But if you really want to ask somebody, ask the Dodger fans. We pissed.
Yeah,
we mad, homie. But the Dodger fans, they on a whole different level of mad about that.
I think for Yankees fans, we're so shocked at how far they went. Like had buzzers on their chest. Like, you know how crazy that sounds?
And then for homie to say like, "Oh, I don't lift me up. I got it on me." Like, is absolutely insanity, bro. Like, what?
Like, you holding fan? Like,
my man said, "Oh,
oh." I'm not gonna lie. The colorway was fire. But
he said, "Don't open my shirt. I have it on me." Like, what? Like, they really like for all the stuff we talk about, the Belichick and all this shit. They did this and that. That is absolutely crazy. Like, they took it to a whole nother level of cheating. That's like you tell your girl, like, "Look, I'm sorry, some shit happened," but this is like, yeah, I went out. I bought hookers. We did blow. I bought a hotel room, and then
all on your card.
Yeah, all on your card. Like,
it's literally just like your card last night. When he went to the fucking bunny house. You know what I mean?
Like, bro, that's crazy, bro. So yeah, no, I definitely feel how the Dodgers collapsed. He said Dodgers collapsed, bro. I mean, this year they definitely did. That year, they definitely had a good chance at the World Series that year.
I give it to y'all, Twizzy, though. The Phillies went all the way in. They got a great shot.
Bro, and that was funny because I was just watching the Bedlam at the Bank, the video for the whole the yearbook. Yeah. And I was getting chills watching it all over again, bro. Like, this season is that I've always been a baseball guy, but it's, obviously whenever your team's not making postseasons, it's very hard to
obviously it's kind of hard to get
locked in or engaged like that. But when the team is good and they're fun, you just get so much more locked in. And like, you guys have had a lot of years.
I mean, well, no, look for me, like
27 years,
But for the Phillies, especially with this year, y'all remind me, like, this Phillies team remind me of the '93 team when y'all had Dutch Dalton out there, when you had John Kruk out there, you had Mitch Wildthing. Like, it was the camaraderie that they had. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could tell that's a family. You can see after the game, they probably hang out in the locker rooms just like that '93 team did for hours after the game.
I think that's a way better comparison because a lot of people will say like to the team, like the 08 team and all that. And I felt like those guys were great, but I didn't feel like they were like I didn't feel like they were boys like that. You know what I'm saying?
That 08 team was the closest the Phillies got to being the Yankees. That's when y'all went on Yankee move. You went, got the best pitchers in the game, went out in free agency, spent as much money as possible. You did your thing because you had Jimmy Rollins still, so y'all were doing it in the draft.
Man.
You had Cole Hamels. That's all homegrown talent. The Phillies 2008-2019 was wild, but
they were
against the Yankees. And you know how that goes.
We should have got more out of that, but you know what I'm saying, because of the. But I mean, some of the guys were aged at that point, so you were only going to get. But I mean, we got burned because once the 08 team happened, like we did have like legitimate chances before and after that team. So I mean,
it was the talent that you had was a little old. Like you had Doc Holliday, Lieber. Like it was like they're great talents, but probably 2 years out of their prime.
Exactly, bro. And I mean, look. Right now, I'm going to have a lot of fun watching this team that they've put together. In about 6 to 7 years, it's going to be a little bit different because Bryce Harper is going to be pushing 40. Trey Turner is going to be older. A lot of the guys that we did give big contracts to, they're in their prime right now, or they're just hitting the prime. They're not going to stay there forever. So, but you don't think about that right now. Right now,
No, you don't. You think about the run.
next 3 to 5 years is going to be a lot of fun. You know,
think about the run.
If I'm a Phillies GM, my main concern right now is get pitching, build up that bullpen.
And that's what they've been doing. And we've got, bro. I mean, I'm not sure about the Craig Kimbrell signing, but we brought in. I mean, bro. I mean, the guy we just
the shortstop. Who y'all got from Colorado?
Well, we just got the Colorado situation just happened. I'll tell you guys right now. We got not even just the guy from Colorado. We got the kid from Detroit. The left hand closer from Detroit. Hold on. Oops, what the hell did I just hit? So we just picked up Gregory Soto from Detroit. So I'm excited about that. We got him under control until 2026. And then literally just yesterday from the Giants, we went ahead and got Yurian Marte. So that's like they've been bolstering the bullpen, and then we got Craig Kimbrell. I'm not really too excited about Kimbrell because I mean it's going to be very, I don't know. I feel like his name is a lot bigger than what he actually is at this point in his career. But I mean pitching's weird like that. He might end up coming out and just being nasty, you know. We got Taijuan Walker, so he's going to be like our 4-day pitcher. That's going to be exciting. You know, I mean, we still have Ranger Suarez. We still got obviously we still got our top of the rotation still nasty. We still have Wheeler. We still got Nola. So I mean, bro, they're doing what they can do right now. So it's not like he's just sitting on his hands.
Nah, they try to go with the Carlos Correa. I think he signed with his third team.
Carlos Correa. So Correa ended up going back to the 6 years.
He just got 6 years, $200 million.
6 years, $200 million, bro. I'm just happy he's not on the Mets. That's all I'm saying.
Well, no, my boy was telling me at work. I guess he's bad for business. So I guess whatever contract he had on the table, they took it. You know what I mean? They took it off.
Well, it was weird because at first he was supposed to sign with the Giants, and then they didn't pass the physical with them. Yeah. Then the Mets were back in it hard, and then I don't know whatever happened. I mean, bro, the guy just got 6 years, $200 million. So he evidently wanted something crazy from the Mets, like because I mean, bro, and they said something about like when if the Mets would have pulled the trigger on that deal, they would have been like basically like by the time fees and stuff were paid, they would have been like right about $800 million worth of money that would have been going out. Like
that's ridiculous, bro.
They would have defaulted on their Bobby Bonilla payment.
But you guys are stacked too right now, bro. Like, so you wrapped up Judge, you got that contract.
Something light.
That was the biggest deal we had to do. We had to secure Judge.
That was a bad security.
I'm not gonna lie. When I see my guy in Tampa talking to Brady, I was like, it's a wrap. Like he's already trying to talk to the big wigs. You know, he gonna get that contract. And then I see him talking about we're gonna go back home to San Francisco. And he was in the Bay.
Yeah, tell me how you guys were feeling. Because
check it out. Look, I'm at work.
Back out. That's how I felt. Back out.
I'm at work. My boys come up to me. They're like, "Hey, bro, it's done." I was like, "What you talking about?" They're like, "Hey, Judge just got he's going to San Francisco." I'm like, "Shut the fuck up." I go on my phone. I'm looking right. I'm reading the tweets. Everything. It's solid. It's legit. I'm like, "What the fuck?" I'm at the gym. I'm posting that shit. I'm on it 24/7. Then it's like, oh, false advertisement. Woo, woo, woo. I wake up the next morning, signed, 9-year deal, $360 million. I'm like,
because it was so crazy to get that false report that came out. Because normally with a big ticket guy like that, usually you don't see like.
And you know what? And I think that might have sealed the deal. Like he's like, well, the Yankees never let no reports out of me. Like whoever I'm talking to, you know what I mean? Whoever I talk to, but he also was on the plane to San Diego, and they offered him 10 years, $400 million.
Bro, San Diego has been San Diego. Yo, you know what? San Diego has been that girl that like, the girl that will come, let you use her car, bring you a sandwich, let you, you know what I'm saying, let you hold a couple dollars. And then, like, you still be like, yeah, but I just don't like her like that. They tried to give Trey Turner the bag. They tried to give Aaron Judge the bag.
It was crazy, though, because he was on the plane, and the GM called him. He was like, hey, so what you want? He was like 8 years, I think it was $320 million at first. And he was like, I want that 9th year option. He was like, Done. 360.
You said nah.
Done, homie. Whatever you need, done.
That's crazy.
Yo, when that false report went out, I ain't gonna lie, I went at Hank Steinbrenner. Like, yo, since you come in the league, man, you've been trashed. Your dad would spend as much money as possible to get this champion. You ain't doing nothing. You cost cutting. All of a sudden, I wake up just like my man said, deal's done. Boy, you understand like how elated I was when I found out that deal was done. Because when I went to sleep, he was a giant.
He was
he was a giant to me.
like,
We lost him.
Yankees at Dodgers, we going.
I mean, we're gonna see what's up. I honestly think I would like to. I said it last year. I was hoping to see like a Phillies Yanks. That would have been dope.
Yeah, that would have been cool. That would have been cool. But I thought we were gonna get that for a minute too.
We couldn't pull it off against Houston because they had our ass all year. So,
well, I don't know, man. Houston just started pulling out pitchers from fucking left and right. Like
Justin Verlander, man. Like
that shit was wild, bro.
No, that Frommer cat was throwing. I was like, what? Who is this guy?
It was bringing left and right, bro.
Great heaters,
heaters left and right. It was vicious, homie.
Rico, let me ask you a question. I know we all don't like our current manager, but what if Don Mattingly came back? If we got Don Mattingly to be our come on, man. He did it with LA. He took him to the championship. How many times?
Hey, I always talk to Pops about that shit because Pops is a diehard Yankee. He's like, I don't know, like he's like, I wouldn't mind. I'm like, it's like a 50-50 because it's like a love-hate we still got for him. It's like
what is the beef with that?
I think it's for me. I don't think there should be a beef because Don Mattingly put his heart and soul for the Yankees. He's the one that got screwed over. And then fans kind of took it like, oh, he went to LA, he too good for us. And they got upset because he had the success in LA. But again, he wanted to be the Yankees manager. We went out and we got Girardi. Don Mattingly was there saying, please pick me. Like, I've been here doing this. I can do this. We sent him to AAA to learn how to be a manager. That was his job. And then we're like, nah, I like this kid, Joe Girardi, what he's doing out here in Florida. Like, he turned the Marlins around. Let's bring him over here. He's a former player too, but damn. Yeah. Don Mattingly has been with the league, with our team, since he's been out of baseball. The Yankees were the only team that, he called home.
Yeah.
And then they let him go elsewhere, and you see the success he had.
They do that sometimes. The Yankees will do that to you. Like, they'll have love for you, but if you're not committed to them like that,
yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's a wrap.
Bring that man home. Quit playing.
You know what I mean? Like you said, I really don't have no beef, but some Yankee fans are, they kind of between. But it's like, I like the guy still. He did a good job.
My earliest memory of the Yankees was, I want to say it was 1989 when they went against the Twins and they lost. And I saw Don Mattingly cry. Yo, I cried. Like, I started bawling because I see him crying. Like, that was, like, again, my sister's father, my stepfather, God rest his soul, he was a Yankees fan through and through, born in the Bronx. My guy, when I would walk into his crib, he had every single team photo of the championship team. We're talking about from the 20s. And he would literally sit me down and tell me all about the players. Like, that's what got me to be a Yankees fan.
Oh.
But when you see, what I'm saying, like, the history that we have, and when we have a player like Don Mattingly and you let him go, and then he has success with another team, boy, you better do your damnedest to bring him back home.
I mean, that's why I thought, like, you guys, no matter what, you couldn't let Judge go.
Look, we never know. We never know with the franchise because, look, now they barely putting the C on our boy Judge.
Yep.
Which it was well-deserved before, like, he's already the cat, but, well-deserved now. He's
you guys haven't had anyone wear it since retired. So
Jeter, bro.
Yeah. I mean, that's a big deal. It's a very big deal.
It's a big thing in the Yankee thing, bro.
It's like that. See, in New York is I tried because I was talking about the Phillies need the Bryce Harper doesn't wear the C. I'm like, they should give him a C. If someone's like, they don't do the C's like that anymore, and I'm like, nah, but like New York is different. New York, they still wear the C's.
It's like a sacred thing, bro. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, it's every.
But likely they couldn't They couldn't give it to Judge until he signed his deal. Now,
definitely, bro.
But that Yankees captain is an honored tradition. You know what I mean? Like, we're talking about from the onset of baseball. Only names have gotten that. We're talking about, you know what I mean, the greats. And just to give it out to no one, that won't happen. Like, you have, like, when Derek Jeter got that captain role, it was well deserved. My guy came in through, through the ranks.
Yep.
He got us a championship. He wasn't a captain through that first championship.
No,
Through the
absolutely
second.
wasn't. No, he
You know what I mean?
wasn't.
Like he had to earn that. And when he did, he was literally the greatest captain we ever had. Joe DiMaggio, God rest your soul. But Derek Jeter's our number one guy.
Yeah.
Bro. I mean, because it goes a lot. Because I saw this about people all the time. Is like, you have to realize that Derek Jeter wasn't the greatest shortstop that ever played the game, but what he was for New York, it made him that guy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and not say he was a great player also, but it's just the fact that what he meant for New York and how he carried that team, that's what made him that man. So it's like, I definitely understand what the C means in New York. It's different than any other franchise. Oh yeah. And I mean, you guys are a cornerstone franchise. You've been around as long as you have too. So
big facts. You know what I mean? Yeah. But you can switch it up. You don't have to talk about the greatest.
I'm just saying, New York. When it comes to baseball, in my opinion, you have to look. New York is a baseball mecca. Like, how's it not? Because so much history's come out of it. And like you guys say, look, at the end of the day, 27 of them things, that ain't nothing, bro. Like, you see how Cowboys dick ride 5.
but the difference between that is just like, bro, like, I don't really, when you ask, there's 27. But personally, I've seen 5.
Yeah, that in your lifetime, bro.
Yeah, I've seen 5 since the 96 with my pops, all the way up to 2009 when the last one. You feel me?
Well, like you said, Girardi was on the team that won, and now he coached for them at one point. You know
what I mean? So I've seen the 5, but
Mark, what
you already know. You know how that go.
Shoot, man. But at the risk of this turning into a Yankees podcast,
I'm sorry.
Let me get you guys' last minute thoughts, man. So, boom, vibes are great. Team's getting the bye. Give me your prediction, Vic. How you feel like this thing's gonna go?
I think for our first game back, whoever we play against.
What we doing, man? We going to the Super Bowl or what, bro?
Oh yeah, well listen, with the moves that were made, that's the only thing we got going for us right now. Again, like Jalen said, the job isn't finished. We have one goal. It isn't to win any kind of individual awards. It isn't trying to win, number one seed. It's to win the Super Bowl. Point blank, period. Nothing else matters but that. And I think the team has that mindset. Like we talked about it before, those other 2 games when Gardner Minshew was starting, Nick Sirianni did not want any film out there. We're going to have a totally different offense under Gardner. When Jalen came back, guess what? We're still not giving them anything to look at. We're going to keep that Gardner Minshew playbook. I know it's tough for you, Jalen. That's not what you do. But guess what? We're going to need this win, so you're going to have to make it work. And that's what he did. We're not trying to put any kind of tape out there. And I think we're going to take these players, we're going to take it seriously. Guess what? Everything runs through Philly. We ain't got to go nowhere. They got to come to us. So we got to take that, take that responsibility and hit it home. So I say the Eagles are going to the Super Bowl. They ain't no one that can stop us. Whether you say San Francisco has a good team, they have their deficiencies. You say the Vikings, we all know they're fake. They're pretenders. I mean, the Cowboys, we played them, but guess what? We didn't play them with Jalen. And I know Jalen still has some feeling about what Michael Parsons said. And I know Jalen wants to run it down his throat. But I'm going to take the Eagles all day.
Let's go.
Hey, straight up. Twizzy, what's going on?
You know who I'm taking. You see the flag in the background. Let's go Birds or go home, baby. You know what I mean? Like, it's running through Philly. I mean, I honestly, at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck who we play. But it's running through Philly. We're going to do what we got to do. Jalen got 2 weeks off. Lane coming back. CJ back. We got everybody back but Avante. So, I mean, it's really like that offense.
And he might come back, too.
You never know. He might.
Good question, though, and I know this has been brought up before. I don't know if y'all talked about it, though, but should we get the strap? He's been out there. He got his jerseys. He's ready.
Me and Twizzy talked about it. Twizzy was like,
Twizzy said, bring him. I said, let him sit on the couch. Bro.
I like him. He was there. Look, hey, what did he do the first play in New Orleans?
I mean, look, man, look. From a like how CJ DJ has that swag about him, and like he's a get in your face kind of guy. I think he's got that about him, but I just don't think I think the skill. I think we have better guys at the position currently. Guys are coming back healthy now.
No.
Really gonna send that ass. I think he's definitely saying
situation we could have used them, but now we good. We kind of better now. You know, we solid. But yeah, I think everything went through Philly. I think we're gonna be in AZ. You know what I mean? I could be biased, but hey, no, bros go Birds, baby.
I'm leaving here with something. You know what I mean? I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
I mean,
you feel me? This season to me it's predicated on us taking the Super Bowl and winning it all. Like, you have to do it because the 14 wins means nothing. Jalen almost having an MVP season means nothing. AJ and Devontae looking as great as they have means nothing. If you don't win the Super Bowl, this will be a team that sadly is forgotten about. It's just
Dallas.
Yeah, we're Dallas, bro. We're a great regular season team. If you don't get it done in the postseason, then it doesn't matter.
And if you don't,
especially, bro, I mean, you got a lot on you do have a lot on your shoulders. The last two teams that have gone and been in this position have gone on to go to the Super Bowl. Whether, one won it and the other one didn't.
Eagles in 2018, if you don't know.
Yeah. So you got to get it done. And I think, look, man, I think this team is primed to do it, bro. Hurts ain't going to let nobody's egos or big. Like, it's crazy, right? There's those 2 weeks when Jalen was out, you kind of saw sweat. I mean, you kind of saw AJ kind of like looking at Gardner funny, kind of like said, it wasn't my fault. You saw a big play Slay kind of throwing not my fault, throwing guys under the bus.
Jalen came back. Nobody do anything.
Got my man around it, but soon the captain doesn't let that happen. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, he's the temperature. He is the system. You know what I'm saying? He's the thermostat.
We're gonna be good, bro.
He's gonna make sure they're good, bro. So
we're gonna be good, bro. I feel like we're gonna be good. We solid, bro.
The one thing I love about having Jalen Hurts is when he's in a game and he knows that maybe he doesn't have a receiver downfield, or maybe his third option isn't open. Use them legs and get him that first down, or get him that
them legs churn like butter. You know what I'm saying?
Like his mentality is keep the eyes downfield.
Mm-hmm.
But if there ain't no one in front of me, it's only open real estate that I got to take up.
And it's different because when you saw Gardner there, there was times where we saw it looked like he might have opportunity to run. That boy really not fast. Jalen's really, really fast.
Really, really fast. Really, really fast.
Really fast. We saw the difference in the play. So now I think our boys, they're coming for it all. So that's my last thought. Twizzy, what's your last thoughts?
Oh, you already heard it. We good. We winning it. That's it. I ain't got really nothing.
Vic, how you feel? Last thoughts of the pod before we end it out here.
I would say, and listen, man, I appreciate y'all for bringing me on. Thank you so much. Had a great time. But I want all these Eagles fans to know that, again, like Jalen said, the job's not done. These guys still have a goal to achieve, and that is the Super Bowl. For all you Cowboys fans out there, shut up. We're talking about 26 years of nothing. Stop it.
Let them know. Hey, and on that note, baby, you already know. Fly Eagles Fly. This has been a Swoop Boys exclusive. We appreciate y'all. Like, subscribe. We appreciate you, Vic, for stopping by. And hey, man, we're going to holler at y'all. You're going to be seeing us. Make sure you stop. Well, this week, I don't know. We definitely got Swoop Boys tomorrow. That's going to be a show for sure.
You didn't even touch up on the show real quick. You know what I mean? The BMS.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Hey, we definitely going to be talking more about that. We got all about the bingeables. We got to talk more about that. You know what I'm saying? So we got, me and Twizzy, we talk about it all. So we're going to get it on next time. So next Tuesday, we'll have two episodes to talk about, but we got an off season, or we got an off week this week, so we're going to be able to fill that up with all that talk. So, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all check that out. You know what I'm saying? Boom, Coach's Corner is definitely going to be making a comeback in the next couple of weeks. That's always good. That's going to be play-by-play breakdowns by, our one and only coach. You know what I'm saying? King, he got something special coming for y'all too real soon. And you know what I'm saying? Hey, look, man, we're growing. The network is growing now. You know what I'm saying? You're starting to see a lot of pieces coming into play. And it's definitely becoming a swoop world, But on that note, y'all, we appreciate y'all. Like, subscribe. Vic, appreciate you stopping by. We're going to holler at y'all later.
Hey, yo, Pop.
Hey, Papi.
Hey, Papi.
Hey, yo, Papi. What's poppin', B?
Hey, Papi. Hey, Papi.
Hey, Papi.
Hey, Papi.
Papi. Que pasa, mi primo?